Hello, 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 everybody. I'm a little bit early today. You know what I was doing? I actually hit the button early just to make sure that it was connected. And then I went and did all my little stuff real quick. And then I came back and I saw, it's showing that I am actually live. So I am just tickled pink that it actually went live before I was ready to go live. So I am a little early, but that's okay. Hi, everyone. This is Nickquolette Barrett, the Get Higher Strategist, coming to you with yet another episode all about resumes. And we're really wrapping this month up all about resumes. And you know, one of the things that I did not do is give shout out to all the phenomenal women that I've had the pleasure and opportunity to work with and to help them advance their careers, rock out their resumes, rock out their LinkedIn. Kudos to all of you all the phenomenal women for Women's History Month. You all are making history right now with your awesomeness. All right, so I am excited to be with you all, and let me take a look. Let me say hello. Hey, Stacy, girl, I am going to get to you. And when I say it's been crazy, Stacy, I mean it's been crazy. I have been trying to get my schedule together to get you on and get my other guests on who I have waiting. And it's been crazy, but that's okay. I'm going to get help. So just hold on and bear with me. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you all are on Facebook, I've been looking at the stream, and for this platform, Facebook is not allowing you all to post. You all can read what I do, but it's not allowing you to post. They're not there as of yet, which is, kind of weird. So, and because remember last week I said I was going to try to investigate on why I can't see you all when I am doing my show. So, your posts, they don't allow it at this time, but what it does allow is for you all to actually see me. So what I am going to do, okay, you say, okay, girl, I'm telling you, so no worries at all. So I'm not so, see that I can see you, Stacy. So I must have did something right, girl. So you are on here. Girl, what? Okay. What? Okay. Well, thank you, girlfriend. Thank you for giving me a little bit of grace, because it is crazy, especially, I think you, Stacey, I think I told you I took over the Society of Elite Resume Writers and Coaches. Mel rolled off and she left the group into my hands. So I have been working with my new resume writers, my new coaches, and working with that group, trying to get everything up and running and in the transition. So I think we're at a place where we're all good. And one of the things that we're also doing, Stacey, after this, I'm going to be rolling out my certified career and interview prep coach certification under the SCRW, so WC. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. I'm not sure if you're a part of that group, but if you're not part of that group, you need to request to be a member of that group. Society of Elite Resume Writers and Coaches. We are off the chain. I think it's like 317 members right now. So it's absolutely wonderful. When I say busy, oh yes, busy girl. It's been crazy. Hey, Nairobi. Okay, so I made a mistake and hit the button. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm early. I'm not supposed to be on this early, but it's all good, because we are going to talk all about resumes. As I always ask you all to do, please share the broadcast with your audience. And if you all are new out there watching me for the first time, because I did get some inboxes on last week for that ATS template, I haven't forgotten about you. I will make sure that you get that ATS friendly template on what I talked about last week. If you missed that show, make sure you go back and take a look at that show, because I gave tips on how to bypass the ATS robots that chew up your resume and spit it out. If you're not getting, again, through the ATS system with your resume, you're getting those automatic rejections. It's not you, it's your resume. Now, I will also add a caveat to that. If you're taking that one resume and applying for all types of jobs and not speaking within your resume, then it is the resume that needs to speak to it. But if your resume needs to get through that ATS system, go back and look at that video and comment and tell me your thoughts on that. And if you need an ATS friendly, okay, my daughter's going to pick up my dog, y'all. He's at the vet. He had to get his shots in bad. And so they keep calling me every few minutes. So my daughter just left to go get him. Anyway, so therefore, if you want to bypass the ATS system, go back and take a look at last week's episode. And hello, Miss Nairobi, always with me. And oh yeah, that's right. You're gonna be on the training. I can't wait because I'm rolling out the whole new program and I'm still kind of building it, but I'm gonna give you all a good overview and about that actual program. So if you are a resume writer or a coach, a career coach, and are interested in joining a fabulous group of resume writers and career coaches, please join us either on LinkedIn or Facebook at the Society of Elite Resume Writers and Coaches. It's a robust group, and there's so much going on in that group. It's absolutely phenomenal. Great trainings, great learning, sharing of information. And today I will be rolling out the new certification, Certified Career and Interview Prep Coach certification, under the very first certification under the Society of Elite Resume Writers and Coaches. And so if you want to be certified on the methods, go ahead and join. All right. So I am going to go break real quick to do my little commercial, and then I will be right back. Told Cam, one of my college students, I just helped him. He is a biomechanical engineer, and I was working on his stuff. And he goes to Yale, y'all. He's about to graduate from Yale. So I was telling him, and as I was talking to him, if he sees me now, he said, "Wait a minute, you made that transition quick." But my hair was all up and all this kind of stuff as I was going through his final documents, and I've got to update his LinkedIn so he can land these jobs right after graduation. So yes, Cam, shout out to you, honey. I'm praying for you that you will land well. So, and I'm also glad about the feedback that when you went to your NASB conference, that they said the resume was very well put together. I love that feedback. So if you're watching, Cam, hey, because I told you I was jumping over here after that, but y'all talking about busy. I'm telling you, just busy, busy, busy. Screen is frozen. Okay, Terry, how about now? Can you see me now? Can y'all see me? Am I still frozen? Let me know. Okay. Okay, let me know, Terry, if I'm still frozen. Okay, well, yeah, thank y'all so much for joining me. Okay, now today is our last segment all about resumes. And so today I'm going to be talking about 5 tips to get your resume to pass a recruiter's 6-second test. Now, that test is real. What I do is I tell people I don't even need 6 seconds to look at a resume to see if it needs help. Literally, I pull it up, I take 2 seconds, and if I see the typical black and white resume with an objective statement, I know within a second that resume is not going to pass the ATS system and get into the recruiter's hands. And so it takes me less than 6 seconds, because not only do recruiters look at resumes all day long, and they look at it from a 6-second perspective because they're trying to match it up for a job. I look at it 2 seconds, no, that's not going to match up at all. So I'm able to see right away what kind of impact or updates I can make to an actual resume so that it can pass through the ATS system and land in an actual recruiter's inbox, so that they can also review all of the resume to invite you into into an actual interview. I say this all the time. The job of a resume is to land the interview. If your resume is not landing the interview, it's not you, it's your actual resume. So I want to make sure that you know that. Let me see who else is out here with me. Okay. Oh, love the, I'm so glad. Yay. Love the intro commercial. Girl, I got that new commercial. I was like, and I really got to do something different. So thank you for saying that. Okay. Let me, here goes Marcus. Hey, Marcus. You see, I got my shirt on. ILLINI. Okay, yes. Anyway, okay, let me stop acting crazy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over these tips real quick. Let me go back to my chat real quick and hide this one. Okay, so my first tip I'm going to tell you all, make sure that your name is prominent. Sometimes we have the name like that's too small or is off to the side or what have you. You want to make sure that your name is slightly larger than anything that's on the actual page itself. So make sure that your name is prominent and you're not putting this little small name that's also the same size as all the type on your actual resume. Your name should be prominent. Now, I get a lot of questions about whether or not you should put your full address on your resume and all that. No. All you really want to do is make sure that you have your city and your state, and you can choose whether or not you want to use your zip code. Especially for, my ladies out there, you don't really want your resume, your full address on there, especially if you live alone, because there have been times where people have come to people's home because they're interested in them. So we've heard some horror stories in the resume writing industry of those things that are happening. Not that anything negative happened, but you don't want someone showing up at your home and want to, potentially hit on you. You don't want that. So you want to make sure that you want to keep that information private, because that's neither here nor there. So please keep your private address off of your resume. You don't have to put all that information on there. City and state is fine, and maybe the zip code if you want to do that. And of course, your phone number. And another thing, make sure your email is a professional email. If you're still using your pretend email, not pretend, I shouldn't say pretend, your fun email for your resume, you probably want to pull that off and look for one that's with your name. Now, yes, I have a pretty unique name. There's not many people out there that are Nickquolette, especially to spell the way that I spell. Well, I don't spell my name. My mom gave me that name. So if you go out to LinkedIn and Facebook, I am the only Nickquolette out there. So it's really easy for me to get everything with my name solidified on email, because nobody really has that name. However, if you have a common name, make sure that you're using your name, and also put some kind of qualifiers at the end, or even sometimes at the beginning, except your birth year. And you don't want to be aged out of a system, but make sure that you use an email that's professional. You don't want to use like my nickname is Nikki or something like that, Nikki B. No, I want my full name, because it makes it easier for the recruiters to be able to email you. It's easy for them to remember. And what we want to do is make it as easy as possible for that recruiter to reach out to you to say, yes, I would like to interview you. So make sure that your name is prominent. You do not need to put your full address on there. Just use your state and your city and your state. And you may want to use your zip code. It's up to you, because sometimes you can be eliminated just based on a zip code. If you don't want to use it, don't worry about it. But also making sure that you put your phone number that they can reach you, your cell phone number, and also use an actual email address that is professional. Your first name with your last name. And if you have to use the year 23 or year 01, whatever you want to do to have something to make sure that you can distinguish your email from anyone else, that's best. And it will make it easy for you, because you're like, I talked to my college student right now, and he was like, yep, that one has a whole lot of subscriptions and junk that's going in there, and you don't want an actual job opportunity or a request for an interview to get lost in that email. So you really want to have an email address that's totally separate from your play email, where you get your your coupons, or your homegirls or homeboys email you or something like that. So you want to keep it clean. Okay, so that's the first thing. Make sure your name is prominent. And then if you have any kind of advanced degrees, meaning your master's, or you have any kind of certifications that are in alignment with the job that you're going for. So here's an example. I've been in the insurance industry on the operations side for almost 29 years next month. One of the things that's large in the insurance industry is the CPCU, which is a Charter Property and Casualty Underwriting designation. The CLU, the Chartered Life Underwriting was a designation, and also the AIC, which is the Associates in Insurance Claims. Those are specific to that industry. And so if I'm applying for a job at an actual major insurance or any insurance companies, they will know that I earned those designations, and they're just as hard as any kind of MBA courses or what have you. So I've earned those, and that would separate me from my competition. If we have the same experience, but I've earned 3 designations, that's what they're called in the insurance industry, and someone did not, then I probably will beat out that person getting the actual interview, because my knowledge is more extensive than the person who did not opt to take any continuing education like I did. And so, and also any advanced degrees as well. So if you are looking to get into a field of anything with business, you have an MBA, or you're looking for to get into organizational leadership. Maybe you have a master's in organizational leadership, or you're looking to, you have a educational, a doctorate in education. You want to put those up there as well, because at first glance, that will say, oh, this person has a little bit more than a normal person. So you want to kind of put that up there to distinguish you, so you could get in again into that recruiter's inbox and say, yes, I want to set up an actual appointment to talk to this person and learn more about what they have to offer. So any kind of advanced degrees and or certifications are in alignment with the job that you're looking for, you want to add at the top again, because when they open up that computer, they want to see all that information as soon as possible. So you want to capture their attention. Okay, then the next thing, you want to make sure that you're having an impactful professional summary. Now, what do I mean by impactful? Now, I have beat the this dead horse down about the objective statement. If you're still using an objective statement on your resume, you've already dated yourself about 25 years. We are well past that. So instead, what you want to do is put a summary or professional summary right at the top, because this gives a high level overview of what you bring to the table for that potential employer. And the way that you could do that, sometimes if you have key results, say, for example, you are a multi-billion dollar, okay, my daughter just walked in. Did you go get my dog? Okay, anyway, so you got a multi-billion-dollar sale or multi-million-dollar sales in your industry because you're a sales leader. You want to talk about that. How much impact do you want to give right off the bat? So therefore, you're given a high-level overview, and then all your experience underneath it will support it. But you want to capture their attention. Put in any kind of numerical results that you've achieved, any kind of not only quantitative results, but also qualitative results to showcase what you can bring to the table for that potential opportunity. So you want to make it impactful, and not just a bunch of general stuff, but make it as impactful as possible, summarizing even some of the key competencies that you bring to the table that the job description is actually asking for. If they're looking for someone to work in a high profile area or a fast paced area, and being enthusiastic, if they say those things and that's who you are, and you've also had that experience of working in fast paced environments, say that, because now you've already said that I know how to work in that kind of environment, and they want to talk to you. So you want to make sure that your professional summary has impact. Make it with impact. Then I want you to make sure that you're adding keywords and key competencies. So make sure you're having your key skills in an actual area. Sometimes you can have it off to the side, or you can have it right underneath. The key is to have it at that top, and think about your key skills and your competencies that align with the opportunity. So they can see right away that you have these skills and or competencies, core competencies, and sometimes even technical skills. So if you have any technical skills, so if you know how to write programming code of C or Python, all of those, you want to put those prominently at the top of your resume underneath your key skills and your core competencies, so that they can see that you have those languages and that you're able to write programs for that, for my techie people out there. So you want to make sure that you're putting that key information right at the top of the prominent of your resume to keep them wanting to read the rest of the resume. The more you're able to capture their attention at the top, the more likely they're able to read the bottom. But the key is just to get into their stack of, yes, the let's call stack or schedule interview stack. So if you make it past that, you go right in, then they can always go back and read the rest of it later, but make it as impactful as you possibly can. Look at the job description. What key skills and competencies are they asking for? Which ones do you possess? You want to make sure that you're putting it in there, not just the general ones that everybody put in there. Couple it and also add in the ones that the job description is asking. If you have that experience, you want to make sure that you're putting that in there. Do you do presentations and they're asking for presentations? Make sure you put presentations in there. Are they specifically looking for someone who could communicate in written style, not just verbally, but also written? So you want to put in written communication. So you want to make sure that you're lifting the keywords from the actual job description that you already possess and put those in the key skills and or core competencies area. So whichever one you want to call it, put that in there. Okay. And also like FINRA, if you know how to do HRIS, all of those keywords, you want to put it in there to showcase that you have that skill set. All right. Okay. And last but not least, indicate what job you're applying for. I get this question a lot, especially when I send the rough drafts over to my clients. They see that, and prominently I put out the job that they're applying for. Well, not that, but not yet. So what you're doing, you're looking for that type of opportunity, because if it says something else, you will confuse the actual recruiter. So you want to put in the actual opportunity that you're looking for. It don't have to be exact word for word, but give them an indication of what you're actually looking for. I'm going to go back to Cam because I just talked to Cam. So what I did, let me look up Cam's resume real quick. Where's Cam's resume? What I do with it? Okay, so what I did for Cam, biomedical engineering, biotech, quality engineering. Those are the areas that his schooling will allow him to get into. So therefore, I put those prominently. And the key thing is, if you don't want any of those, if you're applying for something that's only biomedical engineering, I said biomechanical earlier, but it's biomedical engineering, you just take off the biotech and the quality engineering. You want to make sure that you're telling them exactly the role that you're applying for, and want to make it as key as possible. And that's why you have to make sure that you don't take one resume and apply for all jobs, because if it's not speaking the same language as the job, you're going to have a hard time getting through the system. So make sure that you're studying that job description and looking at your resume, and make sure it is in alignment as close as possible to the actual opportunity, so that they can actually invite you in for that actual interview. Okay, so that's what I want to make sure that you're actually doing. So indicate what job, that should be indicated. Look at that, y'all. Let me see. Oh, that is right. Okay, indicate you're applying for. Now let me go out here and answer any questions. Oh, okay, that's a good question. After your contact information, you stated no objective statement. Do we just jump into pro summary or something between that? You just jump right into it. So therefore, Terry, you're going to have your name. You're going to have all your, contact information, and then you're going to put in the job that you're looking for. And then you're going to put in a statement. You could call it professional summary, or you could just put it in just the actual statement, because I don't think I did Cam's that way. It's all about strategy, because I don't think I named his professional summary. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Let me look at Cam's real quick, since his is right here. Let me see. Nope, I just went right to it. So I'm gonna try to, let me black out his stuff. So I'm gonna show it to you all real quick. I don't want to show all his personal information. Can I black it out? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. So this will give you an idea. Okay. So hopefully this will help. Share screen. I want to share. I think this will let me do it. Oh, it says window. Okay. I'm going to show you this real quick. Okay. So here's Cam. So right here, I didn't say professional summary or anything like that. I just went straight there. And so you don't have to do it. Or I could have did this too. Professional summary. I could have did that, bolded that, straighten it up, put it in the middle, and then probably even make it all case like that. Don't even have to do that. So I could do it like that too. It all depends. And then that's too much. And then I just start playing with my spacing. So you could do that as well. But in this instance, I did not have to do that. So you could do it with or without, but you don't want to have an objective statement at all. Okay. Hopefully does that help, Terry? Let me see. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Does that help? Let me know if that helps. Okay. Let me see. Nairobi, should we put the destinations or designations after our name at the top? Yes, I would do that because again, and it's all about strategy too. So you're looking at your client, because this is my resume right here, y'all. Nairobi, you're looking at your client. It's okay. Now, what strategy am I going to implement to make sure that this person gets through the system and actually lands the interview? So you're looking at it from a strategic lens. I don't want to give you a blanket because it all depends on what you're trying to do for that particular client. Now, if this client has like I have the designations and all that kind of stuff behind my name, I got so many letters by my name, it could be basically the alphabet. Not only do I have the career professional stuff, I also have the insurance stuff. So if I'm going for an insurance job, I'm not going to put in the fact that I got my certifications in career coaching and interview prep and all that kind of stuff because it's not relevant. Now, if I'm going for an actual executive coaching type of opportunity, I'm going to make sure that they see that I am an executive coach and I have the certification in that. I'm not even going to probably mention anything about those designations that I got in the insurance industry unless, now here what I would do. I'm going for the executive coach opportunity in the insurance industry. And I wouldn't put them at the top because it doesn't matter, but I will make sure I keep them on my resume. So you want to look at the strategy of what your particular client needs so you can make sure you present them the best way that you can. So hopefully that answers. I don't want to give a blanket that you do it for every client. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to put all my AIC, CPCU, and COUs on all of my resumes. I'm going to make sure I'm using it only in case I'm looking for an opportunity that will separate me from the rest. For example, I'm in leadership. If I was going for a leadership opportunity at another organization, then I'm trying to get into or even a step higher. Oh, yes, I'm going to make sure I mention those because it separates me from everyone else, in addition to my 29 years. You see, so hopefully that makes sense, Nairobi. And I see you have another question. Okay, you like using professional summary. Yes, professional summary is really good and really helps stand out. And it gives a better overlook and overview of what the client actually needs. And then you say, I always ask clients, what is your dream career or job? Yes, because you want to make sure that it's targeted and tailored. Because when people ask me, well, can you just make me a general resume? You're not my client. I'm not going to make you a general resume. You know why? Because your success is my success. If I give you just a general resume and you take that resume and apply for all the jobs you think you can do, or you may even have the skill set to do, but your resume doesn't speak it, you're not going to land. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for my clients. So I'm very strategic on finding out, what do you want to do? What does your skill set say? And if it comes to a point that I've even had to talk to some clients and tell them, you're not ready for me yet, because if you want to make that big of a transition to something that's totally outside of what you're doing, then here's some of the things that you need to do. So then I go into coach mode and start saying, okay, go do this, and that. And then once you have that experience, then I can come and backtrack and put that in. And maybe even as I showcase, I'm going to show his again real quick, what I did with Cam. I should have just kept it up here. Okay, so like with Cam, because he's a new graduate, I wanted to make sure that his relevant coursework was available. Because guess what? This has the key words in there that will land him in the inbox of an actual recruiter. Now, he doesn't have the actual professional experience yet, but we try to get him an entry level because he about to graduate from Yale, y'all. So I'm trying to get him that opportunity. So therefore, if I'm telling a client that you're not ready for me as of yet, what I'm trying to get you to do is probably go and get some additional education that you need in order for you to actually get that opportunity. So that's what I want to make sure that you're doing. So I go into coach mode, depends on what it is. So those are very good questions. So you listed the, let me see. So you listed the job he was applying for. Yep, exactly, Terry. That's exactly what I did. And as I just coached you right before this call, I said these are the three dream jobs that you said that you were interested in. Now, when you're applying for those jobs, what you're going to do is only leave one of them up. And this is just because when I write for my clients, I give you more than what you need because I don't want you writing nothing. And then you can edit as you need it based on the actual opportunity. So you're always going to have more information and more bullets that you can interchange based on the actual job. And that actually shortens your time of landing a job. And that's what people say, okay, now if you've been looking for a job for a long time and you still haven't landed, I always still say it's not you, it's your resume. But if you want to shorten that and start earning the income that you want quicker and earning the money that you deserve quicker, it's going to potentially take an actual investment. And if you don't want to do it yourself, say, you know what, Nickquolette, I'm just going to, hire you or even Nairobi to do it for me. Do that because it will make it quicker for you to land those opportunities. And the reason that I got Cam is because of another college student parent invested in her daughter, and that girl had landed her job and everything after graduation. You know, that's a happy mama right there. Because they're like, now she got her own job. And so because it happened so quickly, the word got out. And so therefore Cam's mom said, I want to know that lady who helped your daughter because I want her to help mine and my son. And therefore that's what I'm doing right now because it just happened so quickly. But it's because it's the actual key word. So if you're having challenges in landing your actual interviews because of your documents, it's time to go ahead and do an overhaul. And if you don't want to invest in an actual my services, remember I wrote books, y'all. I have books right on. Go to my website, iRockResumes.com/books, I think it is. You're hired, one of them. So you can get the online version, the Kindle version, and you can get the actual paperback. And I will sign it and mail it to you. So you can get the books as well. And it will walk you through on what you need to do for your resume. And that's putting the time in because you have to put in time. If you're asking someone to pay you a salary with benefits, then you want to and invest because it's an investment. If you're investing in, some people say, I invest in the best quality purse. I invest in the best quality shoes, and I invest even stocks and bonds. You want to get a return on that investment, right? On how you look when you present yourself, or even a return on investment when you're investing in stocks and bonds. Same thing for your career. And most of the clients that I work with outside of college students who parents hire me, I work with a lot of clients who are six-figure incomes and above. And so they invest quickly because they know the return on investment. One paycheck gives them back that money. That's what I'm trying to get you, that paycheck, a nice paycheck at that. So you want to make sure that you're investing. Let me see. What other questions do I have? These are good questions, y'all. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yay. Yes, I sure can. You know what? Make sure. Okay, so Terry, email me at iRockResumes.com. And then I can get that information to you tonight. Okay. So yes, I could definitely do that. Any other questions? Okay. Yes. Yep. I could do all of that. So therefore, in marketing, so that the recruiter and or hiring manager is reading that and can visualize you in their role. That's what the goal is. So if you are, let me go back. Let me see. If you are still walking around, oh, where's that? I was trying to see if I get the old resume that Cam had. Okay, well, this is kind of like I did all my, okay, this is what he had before. I'm going to just show this real quick. Ooh, let me black out personal information. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all what it looked like before. If your resume looks like this, y'all, you know you need some, you need to go ahead and take the investment. Okay. It's still showing. Let me delete that. Okay, so this is what I did take some notes in here because as I did the actual consultation, but this is what was happening. It's like, no, what is this? No. I said, Cam, we ain't going out like this. We about to transform. So I took it from this to his career marketing and branding document right here. That's what I did. Okay. Oh, God dog it. Y'all weren't supposed to see this part. But anyway, I already showed you. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. But hopefully that'll give you an idea of the transformation that needs to happen. Now, this resume is going to grow with him through his career. When I get my babies like this, they stay with me for a long time. I have some that I have watched them go from entry level onto their next opportunity to management and everything. And so I'm following them through their career, because once I write the document, they become part of my community. And it's the iRefresh maintenance program, where after you make the big investment, you just pay a little bit just to me to make sure I keep it up to date for you. And then you're always ready for that next great opportunity. Yep. Oh, Terry. Oh, Terry, no, we are not going out like that. And if you no, we don't do that anymore, honey. No, it's about a big transformation. I got so many I could show y'all. I got all my clients in here. I'm trying to see another one I can show y'all that's real. Let me see, let me see. Okay, and oh gosh, this is good too, but I gotta figure out how I can hide it real quick. Okay, let me, because I try to keep out, I'm gonna black this out real quick. I'm gonna show this real quick. Come on. Okay, let me black it out, all the private information. Oh, come on. And I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. This is another one. Okay, and this is, oh, this is, I'm glad I'm gonna show this, because guess what this does? This also shows you how I use the person's let me see, thing here. So see, look what I did. Y'all see that right here? And this person is going for both of these opportunities. I said, what you do when you're going for quality improvement, delete that. When you're going for community quality specialists, delete that. And all of this information I wrote to make sure it's showcasing everything. And guess what? This person has a published paper, y'all. Bam! It's all about strategy. So all about strategy. What is the strategy for the client to land their next great opportunity? And the feedback that she gave me, she said she was crying that when she saw it, because again, hers was the same way. Let me see. I'm trying to do it where I don't show y'all her stuff. Okay, this is what she sent me. I'm gonna try to hide it real quick. This is what she sent me. Okay, I'm gonna black that out. But yeah, this is what she sent me. I'm like, no, Miss Felicia. Nope, we ain't doing that. Same stuff. Nope, we're not doing that. And so therefore, it's about how strategically do you showcase somebody. So everybody's different. I can't do the same thing for everybody. Everybody is different. And so it's about your strategy. But yeah, okay, don't worry about it, Terry. We're going to get you together. And we'll see. And Nairobi said, yikes. Yeah, we don't want that, right, Nairobi? No. It should be iRock and iRock. Okay, you found me online. Okay, well, good deal. Yes, Terry. So yeah, so we can create the same strategy for you, because it's about what do you really want to do, and how do we create that career marketing and branding strategy so that you get what you want. Yes. All right. All right. Okay, so I am going to end right here. Hopefully this was helpful for you all. I have, again, my session with my resume writers and coaches in a few minutes to talk about our new program. But get with me, Terry. And if you all, anybody who needs any assistance and are willing to take that next step to invest so they can land the job of their dreams, that's what you need to do. Get with me or get with Nairobi or what have you. We can help you do that. That's what we do. Is help you land the job of your dreams and create a career that rocks. And that's what I do. Okay. Let me see. All right. You all have a great one. I will see you all next week. Next month. Everything is about, let me take a look here. Go to my text over here. So next month. Okay, so it's spring, y'all. So next week is all about springing into action. So I'm going to tell you 5 ways to take action now to move your career forward. So we're going to switch, because I think I did LinkedIn, job search strategies. I did resume this month. Next month is all about career careering, I should say, moving your career forward. Because once you land the job, I help you keep the job. So that's where the coaching comes in. Or if you're looking to maneuver within your organization, that's where the executive coaching comes into play. So you can fill out the information and we can talk about what your needs are so we can make the most of your career so you can get that next great opportunity internally, or maybe sometimes it's time to move and go to another organization. That's what I help you do as well. Okay, so I am Nickquolette Barrett, and I'm glad to be with you. Subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel at the Get Higher Strategist, please do that. Ring the bell so you get notifications when I go live as well. And if that's it, thank you all so much for joining me yet again. I do appreciate you all the time. Thank you, and make it a great evening. Bye.